AI is going to change the way we recruit candidates immeasurably. And I think it's going to make it better for both the candidate by providing them with opportunities that they may not have thought of, as well as on the recruiter side, allowing them to focus on candidates that are the best fit based on their job history, based on their skill set.
Welcome to AI to Z. Hosted by AirSwift's Chief Revenue Officer, Anna Frazzetto, we delve into artificial intelligence, health tech, and more. Tune in and journey with us into the future.
Well, hello, everyone. Today, I am super excited to have not only an industry leader, but a personal friend, Jackie Schlow. Jackie currently works at AEG. You lead the U.S. data engineering, analytics, and digital teams to deliver the best-in-class data analytics and insights for key businesses such as Global Partnerships, Crypto.com, Dignity Health, Sports Park, the LA Kings, and LA Galaxy. You have over 14 years of technology leadership experience in the sports and media and entertainment industry, proven track record of driving the technology roadmap and elevating guest experience, which is definitely something that's near and dear to you. Provide superior IT services, and build a data-driven culture across the organization. So thank you so much, Jackie, for being here today.
Thanks, Anna. It's great to talk to you. I'm excited to catch.
Excellent. So why don't we get started? I mean, this is how we met, was the media and entertainment side of things. So let's talk about, in the realm of entertainment, innovation plays a pivotal role in shaping user experiences. So could you highlight some of the ingenious projects you've been involved in throughout your career that have left a lasting impact on audiences?
I would love to. I was really fortunate to work for some top-notch entertainment companies. And these are companies that focus on the best guest experience that they can provide. They pride themselves on kind of continuing to develop and understand the fan journey and improve it continuously. Every year, we like to bring something new to the table. You know, COVID was actually a very positive impact on sports in many ways. Technology and was kind of fast forwarded. And at the same time, frictionless guest technology really took center stage. And it provided us with the ability to offer guests more options. You can start with just arriving at an event, which can be a little stressful, right? Usually ingress and egress are some of the things that make the fan experience a little bit bumpy. People come at the same time. Honestly, right now, about 60% of our guests arrive within 30 minutes of the show start time. So that creates a lot of tension at our entrance points. Security is paramount in any of our buildings. And recently, one of the things we implemented was frictionless screening. It gets people into the building faster. And if the system flags them for secondary screening, then they go through a mag and then they remove everything from their pockets and go through the stuff that we're all quite familiar with. That continues. Once you get in the building, we like to be able to provide you with directions to get where you're going. So hopefully you are using mobile app and we can assist you with turn by turn. At the same time, if you want to sit and grab a drink before the show starts, deciding whether you want to order via mobile or you want to wait online because maybe you've got a little time to kill and somebody, just chatting it up online. That continues to when you sit. Hopefully you're using our mobile app and you've got a mobile ticket. We can quickly direct you to where your seat is. You've got your phone out already, and maybe then you're pulling up some statistics on the game, or if it's a concert, just doing a little bit of browsing social media to see what's going on pre-show. Egress is the same thing. Finding your car, using an app to kind of summon a valet is something that we're looking into for future guest experiences to make that a bit easier. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes as well that hopefully the guest is unaware of. Hopefully we've got incredibly strong Wi-Fi. So you can post to social media and the venue itself can utilize that to accept or receive, I should say, real-time streaming data about the operations as they're happening right now. We use internal dashboards that display everything from how many people have entered the building to how many people have purchased products at our concession stands or in our restaurants. And we look for things that are out of the norm. So if sales are particularly low at one stand compared to the last 10 events, we might check that stand out and look for any issues with staffing or something else that might be causing sales to be a bit lower there. Technology is in use everywhere in entertainment now. And honestly, I think it's made a tremendously positive experience on what the guest sees and does, and hopefully allows them to focus on what they came for, which is the game, the concert. I think it's a great opportunity for us to continue to improve as well.
That's amazing, Jackie. I know you and I talk about this all the time. I'm a big concert goer and sporting events also. And the user experience has really been elevated over the years. I mean, I remember, years ago where Wi-Fi was a challenge once you'd enter one of these large venues to now. Usually I'm surrounded by bringing the teenagers in the family to these events, and they are on Snapchat the entire time, or they are making sure that they're posting the latest and greatest to capture the concert live, so to speak. So yeah, all those things really do make a difference. And the whole entering of the venue has become a pleasant experience, as opposed to the challenges of trying to, rally everybody to, make it into the theater or to the venue in a smooth fashion. Let's talk a little bit about AI, right? The AI landscape. A lot of times you hear some of the people that fear that it's feeling like Skynet, right? Embodying both positive and negative aspects. How does your organization leverage AI to catalyze its operations? And how do you navigate the ethical considerations surrounding its implementation?
There's different applications for AI. Some of them are far less concerning than others. Chatbots for customer service, right? So you go to our website, you want to know what time an event starts that you already have tickets for. Chatbots, if they are well trained, can be really, really informative. And one of the things that we face on the data analytics side is we have so much data now. The data we're able to collect and maintain is enormous. And for users to best access that data and get what they need from it, they need to be able to interact with it in a way that makes the most sense to them. So, generative AI that is providing you with results based on natural language queries that you've posed to it are a huge area of development for us. We think that it's going to simplify the guest experience. And just, again, we want to remove friction. We don't want to add stress. We want to make it easier for guests to get the information they need, whether it's about our bag policy that day, or understanding what our security is, or where to park, or what restaurants are nearby. So I think that's one of the directions we'll continue to develop. We also want to use some of these technologies for our staff. So we are looking into now how staff can use AI to get their schedules, to potentially swap schedules with other employees, and doing that without having to call your supervisor and get approval. But that requires us to ingest a fair amount of information about each staff member, the jobs that they do, the schedules that they're working, ensuring they're not taking shifts that are leading to overtime or things that would cost the company significant amounts of money. So the AI aspect is, the applications for it continue to grow. I think, too, we are utilizing a fair amount of real-time data to understand what is going on in our building at any point. Camera vision has really become one of the things that we find a tremendous amount of value in. That can be from a security perspective, kind of understanding where the crowds are. We know historically what areas of the building are most crowded 30 minutes before an event, 15 minutes before an event, or between periods or at halftime. So looking for trends that show something out of the norm is happening, where we can then flag that information for someone in our control center to take a look at, is another area that we're very excited about. And then using that same data, footfall data, to measure the number of people who may have walked by an activation we have in the building. So there's a tremendous number of partners within crypto.com or Dignity Health Sports Bar. And we want those partners to understand how many people have seen these activations or interacted with them. We want to be the best partner we can possibly be. And by being able to justify whether an activation is working or demonstrating how an activation may tie to sales is also something that we spend a fair amount of time thinking about and designing new products around.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Jackie. So let's talk a little bit about, the surge of technology, right? There is this relentless surge of technology. It raises the bar for talent acquisition strategies. How do you proactively address the challenges of recruiting top-tier talent in such a competitive landscape, right? Are there any unconventional and imaginative approaches you've explored?
We have a couple of things. Kind of sticking with the AI theme, we are looking at products now that can augment both the candidate experience as well as hopefully support our recruiting efforts internally. So there are products that go to your career website, and as a candidate, I upload my resume. These AI-based tools are able to read your resume, which we would ingest anyway to kind of, align your experience with our job descriptions. But they are able to glean from the contents of your resume some of the skills that you may not have specifically called out. So one example that was given to me was the candidate was a teacher, but she was applying for a job in communications. And at first glance, these two things may not seem very well aligned, but the teacher's bringing presentation skills to the table. She is bringing communication skills to the table. And using AI, we're able to find potential candidate matches that we may have overlooked before. It also enables the candidate to be presented with potential jobs based on that match that they wouldn't have thought to apply for. So they saw a posting on LinkedIn, they applied for that one role. Now we want to suggest other roles we think might be suitable for them that they might be interested in, and hopefully encourage them to apply to those roles as well. So that helps us because it increases the candidate pool tremendously. The flip side of that is our recruiters. We get hundreds, if not thousands, of resumes for certain positions. So what can we do to make the recruiter's experience that much more simple? And AI is really able to ingest that job description and use that same kind of pattern matching logic to find skills in candidates that closely match and allow us to rank candidates. These tools are incredibly brilliant as well. They are using sources like LinkedIn to see, what? Jackie's a good candidate. She's got the skills we're looking for. Let's take a look at her past experience and job history. And look, it looks like Jackie's changing jobs every 4 years. She's been at her current role for about 3 years. Sounds like she might be ready. So maybe we do some outbound recruiting and reach out to her if she has not actually come to our job site and applied for something. So AI is going to change the way we recruit candidates immeasurably. And I think it's going to make it better for both the candidate by providing them with opportunities that they may not have thought of, as well as on the recruiter side, allowing them to focus on candidates that are the best fit based on their job history, based on their skill set, and hopefully based on as job descriptions change, which is constant now, help them kind of recruit faster and more efficiently. So we're looking into all of these things, and it's been exciting, actually.
Yeah, no, Jackie, you hit on some great points. Actually, us at AirSwift, we have a platform called AirSwift Digital that does similar to what you just laid out. Because if you think about it, the talent pool, it's actually shrinking, right? When you take a look at, because what's required of an individual is more than just one or two skills. It's required to have more of a well-rounded and various skills. So therefore, it becomes harder and harder to find people to be able to do different types of jobs and different types of functions. So having that aid of AI trying to make the process more efficient is really going to help the process a lot longer. And not to mention, it allows you to react faster, right? If you have a human just sitting there and sifting through all this data, it's going to take a lot longer as opposed to digitally approaching it.
There's a lot to be said too for removing bias. So, AI kind of takes that out of the equation and brings to your attention candidates that you might have passed over for various reasons. And so many of those reasons are just innate to who we are. But, candidates who have demonstrated the capacity to learn and continue to grow. Technology, you're not going to do the same job you did 2 years ago. Your job has changed. And demonstrating that you have been able to navigate those waters, that's the type of candidate we need. Because I know in technology, you cannot sit back and rest on your past accomplishments. It's always kind of what's coming. And the landscape is changing so quickly now. AI really kind of helps us to find these sorts of people who are going to align well with an organization like AG that is growing at a tremendous pace and has to come up with new and innovative ideas to remain a leader in the entertainment space. So we see AI as a real helper in this area.
Excellent. So I'm going to shift the conversation just a little bit now. Let's talk a little bit about your career. If you can share a little bit of your career and your journey as a woman in tech, right? I think this is how we first met. Oh my goodness, like 10 years ago. What were some of the curveballs thrown your way? I'm sure there were a few.
Without a doubt. I have been very, very lucky to find and have mentors throughout my career that have provided opportunities. And I wouldn't turn down an opportunity. If I had the chance to participate on a project, or even if it wasn't quite as sexy as I wanted it to be, I just found I could learn very quickly, build new relationships, and understand different aspects of the business. So I graduated with a degree in accounting. I did the accounting thing for probably 5 years on both the public and private side. And then had the opportunity to start participating in technology projects around financial systems. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the role. So when the time came and an opportunity arose for me to go full-time into technology as a business analyst, I took it. And it was just such a good fit for me. I tend to be very project-oriented and very process-oriented. And the accounting background, which I was never enjoyed being an accountant, but it taught me a tremendous amount about collecting data, ensuring data is correct, reconciling data, and kind of combining those two aspects of process and understanding information in businesses. I was able to grow in different areas. I think too, you've got to be constantly seeking out new ways to support the people you work with and for, and who are on your team. Ensuring that you're creating career paths and having a manager who does that is not always common, but I think it demonstrates interest in the candidate or the staff member themselves, provides them with opportunities to grow, to better serve the organization, to better serve the leadership of that organization. I am just kind of a big fan of ensuring that I am delivering what the business needs when the business needs it. And maintaining those relationships along the way. As a woman in tech, starting off kind of, I was in the network space. I worked for Lifetime Networks for a time, then moved to Madison Square Garden. Sports is a very male-focused interest. So there are a lot of men in sports, and women are often the minority in the room. But I also find that the commonality that sports does for people, it brings people together. We have a common goal. The common goal is to support the team, support the building. It creates a situation where you are able to thrive by being part of something bigger. And I've always loved that about sports. And I left the sports area for just a short time and couldn't wait to get back into it. I just find it's an energizing place to be. And the guest experience side of it is very appealing to me. And I like to see projects come together. I can point to a lot of great people and teams I've worked with along the way. And I'm grateful for all of those opportunities, and hopefully we'll continue to provide those for the people I work with and who work with me.
Well, one thing that I have to say, Jackie, that you touch on is, the power of mentorship, right? Having mentors along the way that, support you in your career aspirations, and making sure that you find those mentors out there that can help you either in an organization or outside of an organization, that it becomes like a good sounding board so that you know how to kind of get to the next step depending on what you want to do in your career.
Completely. And as a manager and leader, you want to kind of help those who work with you and for you, continually helping them to develop their skills. And on the tech side, we get all kinds of people who are amazingly talented, developers or analysts or visualization architects. At the same time, some of these people don't necessarily have the skills to grow on the management side because they are kind of heads down technical. Helping people develop those soft skills, giving them the opportunity to present their work to a group of peers or a group of non-technical folks is even better. Giving them visibility so people in the business understand who's contributing to various projects. And the more I can highlight them, the more comfortable they are going to be developing those relationships with the business and understanding the types of products that we on the technology side need to provide. I don't want developers or technical people on my team sequestered away in a dark room. I want them to understand the business. I want them to feel close to it and tied to it, because we are here to serve the people who lead this incredible organization. And we want to make our guest experience the best it can be. There's a tremendous amount of competition in the Southern California area right now in the entertainment space. And AEG wants to be the best at that, and ensuring that we are finding talented people and growing those people, helping them reach their full potential, is, as a leader, one of the most important things I do and focus on.
No, that's fantastic, Jackie. Unfortunately, it kind of brings us to the close of our session here. But if you were to leave the audience with one power word, what would it be?
I usually go with tenacity. Things are not easy, and you've really got to push through some brick walls in order to get things done, especially in a complex, fast-moving business. So I think having the wherewithal to focus, push forward, I'm going to go with tenacity.
Excellent. I love that. Thank you so much, Jackie.
It's great talking to you, Anna.
Thanks for joining us on the AI to Z podcast with Anna Frazzetto. If you found value in today's episode, consider following for more insightful STEM discussions. We'll be back with another deep dive. Until then.